Yeah, we saw, I mean, Keir Starmer at the National Farmers Union conference in February. That was very anticipated, that speech, because from both sides, both the farming side and the kind of nature group side, not that they're opposing sides, but he kind of tread quite a careful line, I think, of saying farming needs to be about food production, but Elms basically is the way forward. So it looks like Labour, if Labour were to be the next government, they would continue. Elms wouldn't be thrown out.
No, there's no sense that it would be thrown out, which is a really good thing. But we have sort of ground to a slight halt, haven't we, on the farming transition, and it's lost some of its vavavoom that came in that sort of original unfrozen health and harmony moment. And there's a risk that because the rollout has been a bit of a grind and started to feel like a technocracy, and because the rewards have been sort of pared down to that treasury mentality of costs plus income foregone, as if you could revolutionise the farmed environment on some sort of marginal gains calculus. There's a risk that because it's got so, frankly, boring and nobody has a sense of who's going to win out of it, there's a risk that parties turn instead to an alternative political narrative, which is we will give back the money for area-based payments. We will go back to providing income support without that offer of public money for public goods. And that would be to lose one of the most important environmental innovations that have happened over the last 10 years, and one that really ought to be a model for farming reform and just transition around the country. I want to see the next government come in with a bold plan to say, no, we're not going to turn back to the old ways of handing out money for just owning land. Actually, we're going to make some real winners here. Family farms have big changes to do. They can't go around doing things at the margins and expect to see nature recover. No, we're going to make sure that this rewards the people who are bravest and boldest about integrating habitat in their farm, about getting off pesticides, about using regenerative agroecological approaches. We've got to reward them because it's a massive, massive revolution that we're asking from farmers here.